Hey guys, so I noticed that our SPL decibel meter was not really living up um, to its name, if you will. Like it wasn't giving us super accurate readings all the time. I know I've shown you guys how to monitor the RTA on the iPad for the soundboard, and that's super cool, but we also still want to measure our decibels, of course, in the room. And so I've got this iPad dedicated for this, also a microphone. And so on this iPad, we're going to open it up. And it probably will come up on its own. But if it doesn't for whatever reason, it's this Audio Tools app all the way at the bottom by the settings. And in that, it'll pull up this section here. So again, we'll pull this up. It'll pull up this section here. And we want to look at the SPL Pro. Again, that's SPL Pro, the second one of the SPL section. So we've got other stuff too to read. We've got like another RTA if we wanted to. But you would go to the SPL and you go to SPL Pro. Yep. It'll pull it up. And then we can basically set this up. So I'm going to set it up here. At the top here, it tells you what microphone it's using. Right now it's on the iPad microphone, which is incorrect. We want to plug in our nice Studio Digital 6 microphone. This is a professional rated microphone to read SPL, to read decibels, A-weighted. It's certified, and so this is a more accurate reading than we were getting on our decibel reader. So anyway, we have to plug this in. I need two hands, I think. So we have to replug that in. It should pull it up. Yep, that an accessory is found. Okay. I have a dongle that I'm getting for this so that we don't have to plug it in every single Sunday, but currently that's how it is. So after we're in here, you can already see that it is active and working. And this is reading my voice, just talking to the sanctuary if we just rest. So that's like the resting reading of the room without anyone talking, nothing going on. And so with this is really cool. You can basically make sure that you can, as you're mixing, you see where we're hitting. I believe I've really only hit, even with like playing back audio, I've only ever really hit like 88 to 89 decibels at max. And that's really pushing some stuff. And so with that, like really, honestly, we're not going to be in the 90s in this room. Like, I don't think our PA is honestly big enough for that kind of aggressiveness. But there are some hot spots in the sanctuary, and I've gone around and read them with this microphone, and it looks like the hot spots read about 3.5 to maybe 4 maximum decibels louder than our booth area here. And so one thing is just to make sure, if you're reading 88 decibels back here, for instance, then you're probably reading more like 92, which is perfectly healthy. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. We know if we go to our RTA metering on our mixing iPad, the gold one here, we know if we go to that and we're looking at frequencies, we are not hitting hurtful frequencies very hard at all. If anything, what we're hitting is really a lot of low-end stuff. I'm not going to complain about a lot of low-end frequencies because none of that is piercing to the ear and making me feel like I'm going to lose hearing, over years and years and years. So to be honest with you, this seems very accurate. It's certified to be accurate. And so hitting in those frequencies, if we're hitting 88 here, that's more like 92 out in the hotspots of the sanctuary. And we have to mix to the hotspots of the sanctuary. We can't just mix to the booth or to the other more nicer areas in the sanctuary. We have to mix to those hotspots. Think of the hotspots as where these PAs are really dropping down signal. So if you're looking at them like head on, and then you're, maybe, I think it's like right here for this PA on the right side, I think that's like the spot that is really hot. I know there's one that like bounces off the wall over here too that can be hot. Same thing for the opposite side of the sanctuary. So that's the spots that we're really trying to make sure we are monitoring for people who are sitting there and not hurting, not being too loud for them. So anyway, within this is great. Now we understand all of this. What we want to start doing on a Sunday morning is going in here, and we can actually record both audio and the screen of this application. Okay, so let's just do that really quick. We're gonna say, start recording. And we're gonna record screen and microphone. And now that's recording, and we can go through service. You know, service had just begun. Maybe you did this during the 5-minute countdown. All of that is perfectly fine. And then we get through, and you're gonna record this for the entire, at least first music set. If you really think that the last song too, you're getting kind of hot for decibel range, and you're, you know, maybe running it, I mean, pretty loud on the board, then go ahead and record that one too. But then when we're done recording, we're gonna say stop recording. And then it's gonna say, do you wanna do anything with this recording, basically? And you're gonna say, yes, we wanna share it. So that's top right, well, not all the way over to the right because that's save. We don't need to save it because we're gonna do this every single weekend. We're just gonna email this. And my email should already pop up. And so you're already logged into the front of house email. So we go here and we can add, let's just add my email in if it's not gonna pop up. There it is. So as soon as you put a K in there, it'll pop up that that's me. So you'll select that. And then you can just put in your date for the subject and then go ahead and send that out. Now, if it's not sending for whatever reason, go ahead and you can press cancel. We're gonna delete the draft. And then what we can do is we can just save right here, save video. And so we're gonna say save video. Maybe press it again here. Come here. All right, so now, and then that should be in our save videos. What we wanna do is we wanna start referencing this so that we can actually, you know, if someone comes to me or Rich Tijarina, the leader of the front of house team, and they say, hey, things were really loud today, we can literally just go in and look at this average level, see where maybe we peaked, where there was a song that maybe they were saying was really loud and hurtful to their ears or something. We can see that. We can have actual scientific references to say like, hey, nope, that was in a range. Like if you look, you know, for what OSHA says is acceptable, like this is way below that and you're not enduring that. That's a peak decibel level. That's not an actual maximum holding decibel. And so none of this, nothing that happens in the sanctuary will ever make you lose your hearing. Never, ever. And so, but we can still reference that and be like, hey, that was up to our standard specs that Pastor Richard, Rich Tijarina, and Kyle, the worship director, have basically set up. So we want that just to be able to say, hey, like here, if you want to see as well, these are the actual readings that we're getting. And so none of this should be harmful to your ear. Also, in another fact of this too, on the new soundboard, we're running a lot lower in those frequencies that were peaking us on the last soundboard. Like I remember Rich Tijarina being able to say like, hey, yeah, we're running in the hundreds before. Like I don't think that's possible on the new board because those high frequencies that are being ducked on all of these channels, you know, those like 3,000 hertz sections, which are actually perceived louder, are being ducked a little bit because those are the harsh ones that are really going to pierce your ear. And so we're ducking those by quite a bit on all of these channels, and that's allowing the decibel reader to also hear that and say like, oh, okay, we're not boosting any of those frequencies, we're actually ducking some of those. And so because of that, our decibel readings are actually quite a bit lower than what they were on the old soundboard.